Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build. Today we'll be adding our first new building to the city in quite a while. This is going to be a sports complex store, and basically, obviously, we have the Friends Sports Center set. This is set 41744 and typically retails for $95, which is a little bit of a steep amount. I mean, it is 832 pieces. This is also my very first Friends set. It's not a theme I really go for, and obviously, like, the minifigures are different. I'm not going to be utilizing them anywhere. I'm not a big fan of these minifigures and like that larger style. Same thing with the Elves theme and a lot of the Disney theme. However, I'm going to be doing a rebrickable model, basically taking this onto a half base plate store. And if you've been following the channel, over here between the Lego Modular corner building and the Sit Complex, I have half of a base plate, give or take a couple studs, which I can make work for like an alley and stuff like that. And I've been waiting to see what I wanted to put in there. Well, like local Targets, thank you very much Targets, decided to go 30 to 50% off with a ton of, like, almost half their Lego inventory, which is insane. And I picked this up for, I think, $50 instead of $95, so I figured, you know what, perfect time to do it. The creator we'll be utilizing today is going to be Rebricked. He's the exact team creator that we've used before for the modular corner building, as well as the apartment building, and some other builds like that. So definitely check him out in the description below. I'll have links to his work. Follow him on Instagram, follow him on Rebrickable, all that good stuff. He does amazing work, and he's a super nice guy as well. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you can. Helps out the channel a lot. And also follow me on Instagram too. It's been a lot of fun kind of getting to know all of you guys and talking to everybody around the world. It's really, really cool to see everybody's different changing perspective on like Lego builds and mocks and stuff like that. And I'm excited. As a big soccer fan, and I should have worn my soccer jerseys today. One of them. One of the many. And I chose Godzilla. Honestly, you know, I woke up and this was the first shirt I found, and I'm recording about 15 videos probably today, so we're moving through the content. I'm preparing for vacation here pretty soon, and the weather outside's kind of awful some days and really nice, so I'm trying to balance out a lot of like the home stuff versus going out and like a location and fishing and doing all that stuff. But with these clearance sales, I've spent about $250 on Legos from Target, which I didn't want to do nor plan to do. However, I've saved about $300 doing it, so it's obscene. Some of the sets that are 50% off are amazing, and I missed out on a couple, like the Battle of Hogwarts that I really, really wanted. The Creator Main Street, the $140 set, got it for $60. I only picked up one because the budget between doing a Barra-Dur and like that huge June 1st haul and going on vacation, I'm like, I'm not buying any more Legos. And then I walked past the Main Street at half price. It's that's coming home. So between this, we have a lot of stuff coming to the city, which I'm really excited about. And the other piece of good news here, this will be one of the last two spots in the entire downtown city that need to be filled. It's going to take care of that little half gap, and then essentially just 12 Grimwald Place needs to be replaced with the Palace, or the Palace Cinema, and that'll be it. Obviously, yes, I'll continue to move around the city, and we just expanded to double the space. I have plans for potentially tripling the space, but that involves getting rid of my storage area underneath the city, which is primarily like bulk pieces, bulk sets, my backlog, spare pieces, just projects that I've started, put away, waiting on bricklink orders, or I just got a huge bricklink order for like mills plating and stuff like that. So there is just so much going on. So once I populate the top portion of the city, which will take many, many, many months, then I'll worry about it. But for now, we are going to be building this custom mock today, and I'm very excited to do so. So without further ado, guys, you know what? Almost forgot. When I do these mocks, what a lot of people do is they sort the pieces. I'm an insane human being, and I never bought Tupperware for it. So Target actually had these little dishes for $3, I think they were, $2 or $3 for 3 of them, and they're going to make perfect piece sorting bins. So I got 3 sets of them, so 9 of them all together. I think they're 3 packs, yeah. So very, very cool. If you're looking for a pretty cool way to sort out some bricks, I definitely recommend them. I mean, for a few bucks for 3 packs, and you can get them smaller or bigger depending on how much you want to do. Very much recommend those. Just wanted to kind of point those out because it's a lifesaver when you have pieces organized and stuff like that. And as always, I will not be hyperlapse building this just because the instructions are not, you know, public or Lego or anything. You have to actually go on Rebrickable and buy them, and obviously that is his creation and whoever else buys it. So I won't talk about like or show off the actual building technique as always when I do custom mocks. Also, reached out to a couple other Rebrickable creators, and I'll be featuring their work in the coming months as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another LEGO build. Now let's get started on this custom build, folks. All right, everybody. So here's the final build overall, and I'll explain why this is here in a moment. I actually incorrectly described this build and set in the intro, so sorry about that. I described it more of a sporting goods store. It is actually more of a sports complex than just a sporting goods store. Like, they do have stuff for sale inside, but this is essentially a gym, sporting complex kind of thing. So very, very cool. That was my bad. I honestly didn't know what all the set entailed. When it said Sports Center, I honestly should have kind of realized that, but I didn't, and I was just excited to build it. So my bad. In the intro, this is a gym, not a sporting goods store, even though, yes, they do have merchandise to sell. Overall, I did need to rework this. The main reason being, and you'll see in a moment, there is a gap behind both of these sets. It allows that table leg over there to actually slide in and not cause an issue at all. I also moved this lantern from this base plate to here, and overall the reason I have this up here is because I had to redo this. When I originally built this set, I built it a little bit off center, and it was on a a full 32 by 32 base plate. I separated them just so I can actually swap buildings in and out with more relative ease, so I am very excited about that. Also, this, like, I love it. This build's awesome, and I can't wait to actually see this in the city. It is most likely just a temporary holding spot back there, and will be replaced with something that has a little bit more of like a traditional city look instead of the bright colors. However, I still absolutely love it. I just kind of wanted to describe what's up here. Also, yes, there is a stoplight here, and all of these wires are, of course, run through this base plate. Obviously, this isn't part of the review, but I kind of just wanted to show off where this is going to be going and why I separated it. So I'll move that off to the side. But overall, I will be adding lights and minifigures to this in the future. I added a guy from Hidden Side kind of walking out like he just got done working out. Overall, obviously, this is a very bright building. The Friends theme as a whole is relatively bright, which is kind of like my only downside of why I don't build a lot of Friends set. The colors don't really just fit. However, it's still an awesome looking building. You have like this hot pink salmon color going around for the actual trim. Up top, we have a basketball, a tennis ball, and a soccer ball. These two are stickers. This is actually a printed piece, which is very cool. And, of course, has some very solid windows throughout and really nice curved features on the side. They're a little bit hard to tile off. I'm going to have to try and make something work in there, possibly with a little 1x1 like grooved tile, but I don't have any spares at the moment, so it is what it is. It'll be fine. And I just kind of ran this through, jankily for now. The main reason being, I am going to add lights to this in the near future. The main reason I say near, I want to add the stoplight officially, lights to this. I have a couple more street lamps that I kind of want to do, so I want to just have a video of just adding custom lighting to some stuff, and then go on from there. We'll talk about the outside first before we move to the inside. A lot of these sticker pieces did not show up on the actual building instructions, so I kind of played with a little bit of a loose feature there, and I added a couple stickers to the outside, but overall in the background we do have a small picnic table, an area for retrieving a new basketball. There's a soccer ball back here, and a small basketball court, and I've got a little NBA player back there as well. I was going to wait until, maybe I just have a video updating this with minifigures, and again, I don't know. But this will be part one of a couple for this build, as is most of my builds, that I'll add custom lighting to. So I'm sure I'll add a light to the background here so that they can actually play at night back here, and then a couple of white strip lights to the center. I think that would be pretty cool. It'd be neat even to see if I can get maybe like a spotlight up here, and of course the lantern's already been added on the outside. It is modular, so it does come off relatively simple, just like the rest of the modular buildings. The sign is a little delicate, but it's held together pretty well. These two 1x2s just slide out every now and then, so do be careful with that. As for the build itself, I will actually take this out. This is a rock climbing wall, which is very cool, and again, most of the stuff is inspired by the original set, which is definitely awesome, and there is also plenty of extra pieces as well. So very, very cool build. Rebrickable definitely did an awesome job on this again. Here we have the rock climbing wall. I am looking to add a minifigure to look like he's climbing up and down, and it does sit on a little 4x4, I believe. Little structure down here, and it actually does rotate, so very, very cool. For the inside, we have a multitude of features here, like the little check-in and check-out counter. You have the little water cooler here. This is the little platform for the actual rock climbing wall. Over here, we have a shower very awkwardly placed right in the lobby with a little shower head, and there's also a sticker piece, and you have the little like soap in there as well, so very, very cool. We have a small computer screen by the check-in counter, and then some more sticker pieces that I added in the back, with some energy drinks and water bottles and the such all placed around. In front, we do have a championship little trophy there. Maybe I'll make a little town sports team or something in the future, which could be pretty cool. And of course, it does already come with some little custom tiling. I could see myself getting like sports teams tiles and stuff like that to put in front. Then definitely my favorite portion of this build is going to be the top floor, which is the actual gym itself. We have a punching bag that does hanging off the wall, a couple of dumbbells, including a cowbell right here. We have some wraps for people's wrists. Right over here, we have the marks for the treadmill, boxing, timer. We have rock climbing, we have weights, gymnastics, very, very cool, and a small seat by the locker rooms to get ready, including a trophy and some storage materials inside, as well as a very, very cool treadmill on the side. I was actually missing a couple pieces. I'm pretty sure I dropped them behind my desk because when I did this, I grabbed a piece, actually, this little building here, and I spilled an entire box right on the back of my desk. Pretty sure that's where they are. So, oh well. This is supposed to have another bike up top, but honestly, I do kind of like the open space, and I can add a couple more minifigures. And the first member of the gym is, of course, the Sweaty Fitness Trainer from the brand new minifigure lineup. I got a couple of her through bad luck, but now it turned out to be perfect, because now I can have two of them. One is doing jogs on the beach, and another here in the sports complex. So very, very cool. Another awesome custom build. Like I said, this set was on clearance, so if you can find this on sale, it makes it doubly awesome. I absolutely love it, and it's my favorite friend set, and it is very unique. And I'm excited to have my very first gym in the... See, it is a little tough. It does kind of fly off quite a bit when you put it down, so that, I would say, is kind of the only thing to be careful of. Everything else is pretty solid. And of course, it was built on a Mills plate. Like I said, this is going to be a 16 by 32, so it can be easily removed or replaced and moved just to the upper level of the city, which is going to be more Friends, Creator, City. Down here, it's primarily modular buildings and, like, the standard cityscape of Creator Expert, icons, some Marvel and stuff like that. So very, very awesome, very colorful, and I absolutely love it. Again, check out Rebricked on Rebrickable. I'll have links to his work and these instructions in the description below. Definitely check him out. He's an awesome creator and a super nice guy. Now let's place this into Lego City, guys, and let's see what we're looking at. Alright, well, the sports center is in place. Overall, it's about the same size as the corner store. Obviously, we saw them next to each other before, but now we can kind of see how they're going to look in the city. Again, I will most likely be replacing the sports center eventually. I have a couple of mock builds from Rebrickable coming up that I think are going to look much better there. Obviously, the SIT complex also needs to be raised because it's kind of being blocked by these smaller modulars, but hey, it happens. The SIT complex is not exactly the cheaper, easier build of this entire crew. But thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. Obviously, I do have the lights on, and you can see the stoplight is working, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited to show that off to you guys in a future video, but for now, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Check out the rest of my custom city playlist. Again, check out Rebricked on Rebrickable. Check out my Instagram for all of sneak peeks and behind-the-scenes stuff at this massive Lego city and the Lego room and everything else, and I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.